What's going on, y'all? We are here with the star receiver, the Math Catholic 3-star 2026 Penn State commit, Lavar Keys. What's going on, my man?
What's going on? How you doing?
Man, it's been a great season for you, man. Part of a big-time class. First thing we're going to talk about is, 7-1. 7-1, 24th in the nation, third in the region, man. Y'all was 9-2 last year. Y'all starting off strong. How y'all feeling about this year, man?
Well, we really should be 8-0 right now, but the first game we took L to Spartan, but after that that woke us up. Going into the Spartan week, we just thought we had them easily, and they actually they demolished us. So after that, we just went in, we watched film, we tried to figure out a way how we could get better as a unit, and a lot of things changed. New captains, new everything. We had to get new leadership, and we just went in and we just been dominating from the past week and on.
So yeah, y'all started out, the guys that they 9-0, like you said, they're the monsters. I mean, when you lose to a team that good, I mean, y'all been the number one in the region. Y'all the best team out there. To me, it seemed like y'all the best team, and you've been making some clutch catches. A good counsel, that was a big catch, man. That was a big catch, man. You was hyped about it. You do everything on offense, man. What's your 40 time?
Well, on hand is actually a 4.32. I ran that.
You look like it. You look like it, man.
Yeah, being this size, I have to be fast,
Yeah, 5'11". You remind me of. I can see why Penn State and Coach Franklin is like you, because you like the Sean Hamilton, KJ Hamler type speed, man. It seems like real similar.
It's crazy. For me, that's what Coach Franklin said to me. You remind me of KJ Hamler. And I gotta take that and go with it.
That's crazy. That's crazy you say that. Looking at what made you commit to Penn State? What made that the school that you like the most?
Well, like me when I first got to Demanda, I don't know what it was, but I just fell in love with Penn State. After that, I stayed up with them. I've been going to their camps back to back, like every summer, just trying to get the opportunity to get an offer from there or be able to play there. So it's just crazy. I just loved Penn State. I don't know what it is, but Penn State just always been my dream. And like me seeing it from when I wasn't a starter at Demanda, I was like, this is a school I want to go to. Like we had a player named KJ Winston, one of their star safeties. Him, and I always wanted to go to Penn State after him. But now since I'm playing and all that, he on the defensive side, I'm on the offensive side. I'm a factor now. So me getting Penn State was just amazing. And it's like, this is my dream school. Why not? This is what I want. I don't care about the Bamas, the Oregons, nothing else. I only care about Penn State, and that's where I'm gonna go. And that's what it is right now.
Well, the Bamas were Penn State's there right now. They 7-0. So yep. We talking about a school. I've been knowing Franklin. I've been a Penn State fan all my life. That's the crazy part. I've been a Penn State fan all my life, and one thing, they always have got good coaches around.
Yes.
So what was the coach that you built the relationship with to commit?
So to start this all off, Coach Rich, he one of they recruited guys. Me and we started bonding a relationship. Like we spoke every day after school. He just was keep talking to me every day, telling me this, that, telling me come to camp. So I'm like, okay. So I went to camp. It was a invite only camp, like with they recruits and just players they invited to come out to see. I just went out there and dominated, and things just sprung. Once I got the offer with them, I started talking to Coach K. That's the offensive coordinator. Coach Higgins, the receiver coach. And Coach Duke, that's the other receiver coach. And Coach Franklin, like the relationship just started building. But I really want to thank Coach Rich for getting me there. From him putting the word in the lap, telling them what I'm about, and I just had to showcase it at the camp, and that's what I did.
Y'all have it's the next game. Like I've been on a winning streak, like you say, from the first game. I've been on a winning streak. So the next game coming up, how y'all feel about that next game coming up? You got Bishop McNamara. How you feel about that game?
Well, we know the results already, but we're not gonna like, go in there thinking we just going. It's gonna be an easy game. McNamara gonna try to
Yeah.
try to put up a fight. This that. But we just gotta go in and take it as another game. We play as a unit. But I know this week's practice is going to be a little different. Everybody's gonna have to be more focused and locked in going into the game because we wasn't like that against St. John's. That's why you see the results. We started the game slow. Like we didn't have a touchdown in the first half because of practice. Like the whole week of practice was a little iffy. But this week we just gotta go in focused and ready and just take McNamara and play at our level, not theirs, and the results will do the talk.
Right. That sounds big. Looking at number 4 by 247. This class is real special right now. You got Kevin Brown, another guy that's real good from Harrisburg. You got Messiah Mickens. You got Troy Hunt. You got Daniel Jennings. It's like I say, number 4, and not only that, you got another guy below that. I like Josiah Rogers. He's pretty good. Josiah Rogers.
Yup.
Big time special guy there, and what you added to that, I know how Penn State does the recruiting. I mean, I know this is going to be kind of like when they got Micah Parsons. They was like Justin Fields had committed at the time, and then he committed, went to Georgia. Will Levis had been a part of that. Man, Penn State does special recruiting classes, and this is sounding like one of those classes, man. So, have you got close with any of the guys a part of this class? Have y'all been able to talk?
Yeah, so mainly me and Lavar, he not in my recruiting class, but me and Lavar, we was at the game when they played against I think Kent State.
Right.
And we just relationship. And both of the names being Lavar, that can help, but that could do a lot.
Yeah.
Talking about on my class, me and Troy, we speak from time to time, and Josiah, we speak from time to time, and Masai. So I'm just gonna keep trying to build with them. So when it's time to get there, we could just already be bonding and just ready to go.
Yeah, Lavar's a legacy recruit. That's a big time guy there. His dad was something big coming out. He was like Lavar Arrington's pop was running back, and he was a linebacker. So looking at this class, it's really something to say that. And Messiah, you said you're talking to him. He's a guy,
Yep.
special athlete,
So
big time. Well, looking at where you're at, like we're gonna go down the line where you're at because on 3, they got you ranked big. ESPN had you a 3-star. I feel like, listen, really, I feel like you're gonna be a 4-star real soon. I see it happening. Everybody has you ranked 3-star right now. Everybody. The thing is that you're placed in every class from ESPN Rivals 247 on 3. They all have you ranked, and that's big. So now, what do you feel like is your strength, and what is Penn State like about you?
So what Penn State really like about me, they love my speed. Like once I ran the 40, it caught Franklin attention. But they also like that I'm a good kid outside of football. Like I do a lot. Like when we speak, like they just know I'm a great kid. Hearing from others, that's what they mainly like. But on the field, like they know I could be a playmaker, a guy that's going to get open. Be a deep ball type of guy, and use my speed to just help them. In any type of way.
What is people seeing about your game that has improved from last year to this year? What's improved about you?
Well, I feel like my releases got better a little bit. And that just I see the field a little bit more better. Like last year, I feel like whenever I get the ball, I'm just going. Like I might run into somebody, this, that. But I feel like this year things seem a little different. Like I can see, like I feel like I'm expanding in the game now. Like it's starting to see a difference as me being older than me being a youngin.
No question. What's your like? You got up on that. Like I keep talking about that good counsel. You got up on that catch. You got to even to be 5'11". The guy was guarding you good, and you got him good with him. What's your vertical?
When I went to the UA camp, I verted for I think 45, and that was top 3 of the whole camp. They got posted on the summer page. And yeah, I didn't even know I jumped that high, but the dude kept making me redo it because he was so shocked.
Right.
And then I'm like, I could pop up on the 40, and I could pop up on the top vertical camp. And when I went to other camps that summer, I was just jumping high verts. Like everybody's like, wow, oh this that. It's because I'm a little not as big as everybody. I can still jump.
Right. Okay. And we got the class. We got Penn State here. What's
Yep.
impressing you this year about Penn State even more?
I'm just liking everything. Like, to be honest with me, I just like to win. And for seeing Penn State be 7-0, it's just amazing. Like, me going before I had Penn State this that, it was one just like you should know what is I'm gonna do. But to see a school that I'm committed to, number 3 in the nation, winning every game, competing like to actually go win a national championship, it's just amazing. Like, I love the way the offense doing, and I love the way the defense is playing right now. And they could just keep this up, we're gonna be good. Big one next
Yeah,
week. I know we're gonna handle them.
yeah.
So I'm just excited to keep watching them.
Just a good team. I think they always build good winning organizations, good winning
Yep.
program. But the one thing I want to say, we're looking at this team now, looking at what they're doing. When's your next visit that you're scheduling for Penn State?
Next week, I'm going up there to the Ohio State game versus Ohio
Oh
State.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just happy to attend and being in the Beaver Stadium.
Rival game, yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be big for you right there. That's a rival game. You probably
Ready?
gonna meet a lot of new people, a lot more people, a lot of new recruits. Not that's gonna be big. It's always big. And you're looking at we're looking at NFL. We're just talking NFL because Penn State always grooms NFL talent. They're
Yep.
just special at doing it. So, who you think who's the NFL player you model your game after as a receiver?
From Penn State.
I mean, I'm just saying, like any NFL player, any NFL receiver, who do you like? Who do you model your game after, and who do you like to watch?
Well, look. So Jahan Dotson, you know who Jahan Dotson is?
Yes, Eagles. Yes, man.
Yes,
From
sir.
from from, from Pennsylvania, big time
Yep.
guy.
My dog used to play for the Commanders. So I was like, when he got drafted, I was like, who is this guy? That's when I started
Mhm.
watching film. And I'm like, hold on, I'm about to take my game out to him. Like, I just love watching him play. I love his route one. I love when he can catch the ball and get upfield. This. He's a playmaker. He's a baller. So
Right.
when he played with the Commanders before he got traded, that's the only receiver I would watch. Like, I feel like I play my game out to him. I wear long sleeves just because he wear them. This that, and me just watching him. And then he went to Penn State as well. That made me expand. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
I met him. I even met him when I went to the Commanders camp, and it was just
Oh,
a
you
blessing.
met Jahan Dotson.
Yep,
Wow.
it was
Wow.
just meet him because that's always been my favorite receiver when he got drafted. And Justin Jefferson is all them. They dogs, but somebody I can model my game after, like my size. Not that big. That is that. It was just perfect to model my game after Jahan and just look up to him.
That's interesting right there. My oldest brother's named Jahan. It's crazy. And you're looking at to say that's a guy I've been talking a lot about this year. He's going to end up being he's going to be watched. People are going to see how he molds with that receiving core with AJ Brown and with Devontae Smith.
I just
Um,
I just wish he never left, but he can't control that. But if he was still with the Commanders would be even better.
that was a dumb trade. If we talking personally, Jahan Dotson is a great route runner.
Yep,
Great speed. And I
yep,
mean, he was unbelievable at Penn State. He was unbelievable. So they're going to regret it. They're going to regret it the same
yep.
way the Giants are regretting
They-
trades, like not going for Saquon Barkley.
right.
That was a great. That's interesting. To say that. I mean, that means good talent and good receivers because
Yep,
Jahan is one of those guys. He's just a playmaker.
yep.
We're going right now. This season, it's a big season right now, and you're good at returning the ball. What do you think you have to work on and you want to work on to get even better?
Um, well, I want to lock down on my releases. Like, I want to be able to make a dude shake crazy at the line.
Right.
Also, just thinking more like in my route, like something small that will knock the DB off and make him feel uncomfortable more, and just being ready, like just I mean that those my top two right there, and just like probably just getting more explosive. I'm fast, but I feel like I could get more explosive, so the speed and explosiveness could just come together, and then boom, elite.
Yeah,
But really what I'm targeting this offseason. I'm just getting in the lab. Getting in the lab with Coach Miles and D-Mac, all of them, and just trusting them to, take care of my body and just better my game. And that's what I'm going to do.
The biggest motive things, we have a big fan of you. Jennifer Henry is like she's a big Penn State fan, man. Big Penn State fan. And like I've seen your tape, man. And it's crazy how you're able to that speed. Like when you get off, it's your third gear.
Yeah.
And you're able to catch. Have they talked about you returning kicks? Has anything come up on a conversation on that?
Well, that's
when
what
you get to Penn State.
That's what Coach Rich say all the time. The fastest way for me getting on the field is just being a punt returner.
Right.
Like, I could catch punts and do something with it, help it, try to score, or just try to get the offense to start the ball in a good position. Especially being a freshman, things be a little hard just to play for freshman year. But being a specialist, like me returning kicks, so punts, just showing. And that would change a lot and help.
Now we're looking at Penn State. Drew Allard. Drew Allard has been having a big time season. You got Nicholas Singleton. You got Allen. What do you like about Drew Allard, that quarterback? You're a receiver, so like your quarterback. So what do you think about Drew Allard going there? What do you like about Drew Allard?
Drew Allard, he's a dog. Like Drew, he's big, he's huge, so he can see the game. He can do a lot more better than a lot more other quarterbacks. The way he lead the receiver core and his whole offense is just incredible. Seeing him, take snaps and just put passes on the money, helping throwing us receivers open. Watching him do that and just ball out and keep having a great season he's having now. It's just amazing watching him. I just love watching him play.
Yeah, he's a dog. He really has been big. Looking at this team, what do you like about this Penn State team? I like one thing about it, being undefeated. But what do you like about Coach Franklin? Have you been able to talk to Coach Franklin? What do you like about him?
I just like how Coach Franklin is leading the team. He's making sure everybody's focused, that they're not playing at a low level. They're playing at a high level. So when you playing at a high level, everybody gotta move differently. Everybody gotta, act as a high level. Meaning as that, like, things gotta be different. Like, everybody's gotta be locked in. It can't be no clowns on the team. It can't be no bodies that's cancers of the team, And I like what Coach on. He's keeping everybody focused by making sure everybody's good, making sure practice is going great, making sure everybody getting treatment when they need it, so the team could be together and not lose games.
That's big, man. Listen, looking at how you're playing, looking at how the math is playing, it's been big for you. It's been a big game. It's been really a joy to watch you, and I just think that it's going to be a lot of things and a lot of good recruits. Like, this is going to be a good class. It's going to be a special class, real special class, and y'all have the chance to be the number one class in the nation, y'all, in 2026. Y'all really have the chance to be there. So listen, man, it's been great talking to you, man. I'm going to be keeping up with you. This has been a good class to even watch. The 2026 class period is a special class.
Sure.
And I see you being I see that them stars. I see that star coming up. You're supposed to be up there, man. You're one of those recruits that I feel like people are sleeping on. So soon now with the Mather, one thing I want to say about the Mather, this is the last thing I want to, before we get out of here. What's special about this Mather class? Why are y'all so good from last year to this year, from being the 9-2 team to being the team you are now? What makes this team so special?
Well, I'm gonna start with Bill McGregor, my head coach. Bill McGregor is an old school guy, but he been through everything. Like, he know what it takes to, compete at a high level. The way he practice, the way he talked to us in film, the way he tried to keep us to being a great man. And it just builds. Like, we have a brotherhood, the matter that just keep us together to make us go in and have good seasons. Like, we got group chats together where we bonding. we go out together where we're bonding and just trying to stay together so, things won't ever break apart and mess up the team. So us standing together every year and loving each other and actually like being there for each other, it actually helps us, win. It helps us do everything.
Right. Man, listen, it's been good talking to you. It's been good talking to you, and it's gonna be good seeing you. Really, really, it's gonna be really good seeing you with Penn State. Man, it's one of my teams I've been loving since years, man. I'm talking
Yep.
about Penn State is one of those schools. So
Right.
you're really there, man. And
Doing that.
so it's gonna be real good seeing you develop this year, man. It's gonna be real good seeing you develop, man. So do good and make it happen this year, man.
There we got you.
So we out, man. We out from High Level Sports Talk, talking to Lavar 3-star 2026 Lavar Keys, man. High Level Sports Talk. We're gonna have Derron Rippey on. He's a top 20 guy. Man, it's good seeing you, man. And we out, man.
Thank you.
Yo, that was Lavar Keys, y'all. Listen, we're gonna have Derron Rippey on. We've been talking. Listen, I'm just talking. We gonna hit him here. I've been talking with Derron Rippey, Pop, man. We trying to get him on right now. And that guy's big time guy. You know what I mean? That was one of the last commits with that class. Lavar Keys is when y'all watch him, and it's crazy he says what they said because he remind me of KJ Hamler. He really do. He got the same speed. I mean, this guy's big, man. And they're 7-1. And see what Lavar Keys does, man, the type of player he is, man. When you see him with Penn State, this is why people love Penn State. This is why they love Penn State. They always know how to find those good recruits, man. They always know. Like, it's crazy. It's all the key to a good program. The key to a good program is knowing how to get good recruits, man. That's just what it is, man. And Lavar Keys with the Master Catholic, he's just one of those guys, stand out, baller. And see now we got, listen, he's here. He's here. He is my guy, the man. What's going on, my man?
What's up?
Derron Rippey, we got the 5-star Derron Rippey here. We just released, Eric Watkins just released, it's on VIP for 247. The interview I had with you. One thing I want to say, man, you one of those guys. You're just one of those players, and we're gonna get into it because this is it. I mean, guy, you worked hard. You worked extremely hard, man. And the one thing I want to talk about first, because this is a big Team USA. How has that experience been with you playing there?
With Team USA, I mean, I think I'm at 5, going on 6 camps.
Mm-hmm.
So as of right now, I just feel like a veteran. Although I didn't make either U16 or U17, I was right there. I made the final cuts. So it was me. It was a tight competition between me and some other guys. So it's always great to be a part of that and be able to showcase that I'm able to compete with them dudes even to the final cuts. So yeah.
Man, I love your Pop, man. That's my guy. That's just my guy there. And I'm just proud to see a good guard like you. I mean, this interview. A lot of people have been talking about you. Talk about you as a player. What about your game do you feel stands out as a guard? You being a guard, what do you think makes you stand out?
First and foremost, I want to say that I'm a leader. I'm very vocal as a point guard. So a couple parts of my game that stand out, like my defense, my motor, and my athleticism. I mean, not a lot of people know that I've been putting a lot of work in on my shot, like my touch game, as a 6'1" guard. That's considered pretty small at the next level. So I've been working on improving those things. I definitely consider myself a great shooter now, with the work I put in. And as I said, I'm a vocal leader. I know how to lead a group of guys. I know how to run my offense, get to my spots, and get my teammates involved for sure.
Looking at this, what do you think makes you stand out as a guard?
Stand out, definitely my defense, my scrappiness, and I definitely think I'm one of the more athletic guards in my class.
Looking at, what do you think makes we're talking about being a guard, man. It's important. And you know what? People talk about guards, right? They talk about being a leader. They talk about guards. What do you think in the NBA?
Mm.
What do you think? I mean, we got Cayenne. I mean, we got. What do you think? What makes it tough to be a guard?
It makes it tough to be a guard. I mean, what makes it tough being a guard is just being able to separate yourself. At that high level, there's a lot of guards I can do that are around the same height, have the same abilities, but I feel like it's the little things that's going to separate you. Like can you keep on winning? Can you guard? I mean, everybody in the NBA is talented. Like they're all there for a reason, but I feel like it's the little details like that.
Talking about your recruiting, talking about Villanova. What Villanova is guard you.
Yes, sir.
Guard you. So what do you think about Villanova?
I mean, I've always loved Villanova program growing up. I've been very familiar with their success, NCAA, Jalen Brunson, game winners, versus game winner versus UNC in that natty. I actually watched that live when I was a kid. So just being able to see Villanova and how much success they've had, like overall, it really motivates me, and it definitely points me in a direction to keep an eye on them this season for sure. And I know Coach Neptune, me and him have talked a little bit, and also assistant coach. Yeah, we I've been talking with them, and I'm excited to just see how they do this year. To be honest, I know Neptune has some plans for his team and how he's trying to bring the program back to life. So yeah, just keeping an eye out for them.
You said you're working on this a visit with Nova, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And one thing about being a player, it's like you're aggressive, man. You're a really aggressive guard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really crazy to see how people become guards. So what do you think actually makes you a special guard? What's your strength as a guard?
My strength as a guard, just being a leader. To be honest, I'm pretty sure people notice a whole different bunch of aspects of my game. But one thing I take pride in is being a leader. My
Right.
coach is emphasizing that to me. I mean, obviously that's crucial. Um, when it comes to playing in college basketball, like you got to be able to lead. You got to be able to be vocal in the gym. 20,000 loud, can't hear anything. So just being able to lead the pack.
Looking at the big thing about this season, no ceilings talks about you. Um, being an NBA guard is big. You know what I mean? Being a guard is big. So what I want to say to you is that, man, I'm proud of you about being a guard, and I'm proud of the player you are.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
And the big thing about this is that it's so much here. This conversation we're gonna have, Derron, man, we're gonna talk about you becoming a lot, man. So the thing is, it's a lot of teams going after you. So what I want to say is that it's a lot of players, it's a lot of teams after you.
Mm.
So what I want to say is, the big thing I want to say to you is, what do you think happens to the point where how many teams talk to you that make you a big time player?
Like college wise.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say is you got Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. That's an interest.
So you got Villanova talking to you. I
Mm.
mean, what about Arkansas impresses you?
I mean, shoot. Obviously, Coach Calipari now being there, it brings a whole nother level to that program. Talking about Coach Calipari history, I mean, um, he has a long family tree of NBA guards, so that obviously stands out to me, and just his ability to get most of his guards to the next level. Talk about some notable ones: John Wall, Shea Gilgeous, Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, like all these dudes are still in the league right now, and that's what sticks out to me, and just his ability to develop players, and with him being at Arkansas, I mean obviously that's something that I would like to keep in mind, and him taking over that SEC, but overall Arkansas as a SEC program before Coach Calipari, I definitely knew about them. They've had some success in the SEC, like Anthony Black. And dude that's there now, the four, he's tough. So they've been winning a lot, and yeah.
So you saw the Arkansas. I mean, Arkansas went against Kansas, man. This is it's like the last game they had, man. It was crazy. So what impresses you about Arkansas?
Shoot, just the freedom they allow their guards to play with. I mean, my guy Boogie, he just had a good game. DJ Wagner. I mean, these are guards from the tri-state area, New Jersey, New York, and just seeing them succeed and be able to have the freedom to play with Coach Calipari, that kind of motivates me to like see myself being able to do the same thing, just being where they're from as well.
Arkansas. What are your next scheduled visits? What do you feel like is the next scheduled visits you have?
I've been in talks with Louisville, setting up a visit, Syracuse, Rutgers, Seton Hall, but nothing's final, nothing's set right now.
Mm, right,
So that's all I can say right now. So definitely check back in when some things get confirmed.
right. Now you're talking about being a guard. What do you think? What do you think makes you? What are your strengths as a guard? What makes you a standout guard?
Definitely my shiftiness, my speed, and my athleticism. Being able to shake defenders off of me, get to my spots. My IQ, I definitely consider my IQ a very high level. I understand some basketball terminology. Coach Mantegna really educated me stepping into my ninth grade year, and I just feel like I understand the game of basketball at a higher level. But obviously, there's still more to learn, and I'm for sure open minded to new things.
What player in the NBA do you model your game after as a guard? What player?
I like some NBA players right now. Guards, I like De'Aaron Fox. Obviously, John Moran, his athleticism and his change of pace is crazy. Seeing how Jalen Brunson gets to his spots, Shea Gilgeous Alexander, and guys like that.
Right. Now we're looking at a lot of players out here that consider themselves a player, and you talked about Rutgers, right?
Yep.
And one thing about Rutgers, man, it's really becoming an up and coming class, man. It's like Rutgers is a type of team, and you talked about Ace Bailey, you talked about players. So I mean, it's crazy because you know it's players out there that play right,
Mm.
and they consider themselves standouts. So my thing is this: what's the player in the NBA that you model your game after?
Sure. If I had to give you one player, I'm gonna say De'Aaron Fox.
Mm, definitely a good player. Definitely a good player. Um, the thing about looking at you and looking at your pops, man, I'm really respectful person of your pops because he's the type of person. I mean, He's the type of person that, I mean, it's so many players in the NBA. He's the type of person. I mean, you got so many players in this game, and he's the type of person that have it for you. He really has his son to the person that he feels about it. But the thing about it, what I want to say to you, man, I mean, I really, really respect your pop because it's really hard to do that. I remember RJ Hampton. I remember him because I remember RJ being a player. And the thing about that is that, your pops, he's the type. I mean, RJ. I mean, it's what I want to say to your pop is like he's the type of person, man. Like it's really hard to do it in this game.
Mm.
So what I want to say to you, sir, is that I want you to keep your whole level of game on the type of person that you be. Like just keep the confidence and keep it.
Yes,
Just
sir.
keep yourself established. Just keep your game and keep it there. So what do you think to yourself that has you the person that stands out?
Like as a person, like what makes me stand out?
Yeah, what's your strength in the game? What do you think made you the person that had what had you the person that made your strengths in the game? What do you think makes you a standout guard?
Okay, so like off the court, I'm gonna say my discipline. Obviously my dad, he was a little strict on me when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
He always kept me on a different schedule than some of these other dudes. I
Right.
mean, a lot of these other dudes, they weren't waking up at 6 in the morning. I'm not saying I made it, but this is just what we did to get me here now. We used to wake up at 6 a.m., work out, shoot, come back, do my homework, and just do stuff like that. Get my priorities straight, eat right, and then do some calisthenics in the house. So like he had me on a whole different schedule, and it was sort of like disciplining me, and like I wouldn't say like making me into a robot, but like it gave me like certain habits that I still keep to this day. And yeah, I feel like just keeping being consistent with my habits has got me to be the player I am today.
We're talking about schools that go after you. I mean, what do you think about? You was talking about Dylan Harper. What do
Mm.
you think about Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper? What's your relationship with them?
I mean, Dylan Harper, that's my guy. Obviously, Jersey. I chatted up with him at USA Basketball. I check in with him in a little while on the gram every now and then.
Right.
But Dylan and Ace, I mean, I love both of their games. I mean, Ace Bailey's a 6'10" forward who could do almost everything. He could defend, shoot it, dribble it, pass it. I mean, you can't ask for much more. And
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Harper, I mean, his shot creation and his like at his size as a point guard, I feel like that's what separated him right now. And that's what I definitely think about his game. That's going to take him to the next level.
All right. Brandon McCoy. Now, Brandon McCoy is a guy that's one of the best players. Like, you talked about, Brandon McCoy.
Mm.
So what do you think? You talk about Brandon McCoy. You talk about what do you think? What about Brandon McCoy?
Brandon McCoy, that's my dude. It's my guy. One of my closest friends at USA. We always, talking it up. So I think he's a very like versatile guard. At his size, he could play the 1, 2, or 3 at 6'5". His length and his defense allows him to play in transition, and that's what he really excels at. He can really create his shot as well over like smaller guards at the point guard position. And yeah, you would say what I noticed about him is that he always playing hard. I love being on a team with him, and I love competing with him. He always makes me better. So yeah.
Okay. Now you're talking about being a good player at this game. So it's real hard to be that type of player.
Mm.
So what do you think has people being? Matter of fact, it's been crazy to the point that so many players out here that what makes you the standout player that you are that what has people being the type of person that you are, right? So
Mm.
what makes you be the type of player that you are? What makes you the best guard that you are?
I feel like for me, when I step on the court, even when I wasn't ranked, dudes are they were touting other players over me, saying this dude's better than this dude's better than me. Every time I step on the court, I always think I gotta go at the best player. It don't matter who's in front of me, I gotta kill them. So I feel like that mentality has got me where I am, and that's definitely what's gonna separate a lot of players at the next level. Just having that kill mentality and realize that you aren't where you want to get yet. You haven't made it yet, so you got to keep that mindset to get you where you want to go.
Right. You look at so many players. So what do you feel like separates you and makes you the best player?
Say that again.
I said, what makes you the best player in 2026? What do you think makes people in 2026? What makes you the best player?
The best player. I mean,
Right.
I'm not cocky, so I wouldn't consider myself the best player, but obviously that's obviously what I'm striving to be, and if people want to consider me that, then that's their consideration. That's their opinion. But what I'm focusing on is my consistency. Um,
Right.
just keep on getting better. Just keep on working on the little things that's going to push me further.
Right. The big thing about, you being the best player where you're at, I mean, people see that you're the best guard
Mm.
that they want to beat. They want the best player out there. So the crazy part, Derron, has been, you know what? My guy has been the best player out of here. It's been, it's been a lot of people that have to be the best player out of here. So the crazy part is that my man, like, you know what? What do you think that has you? Why are you the type of player? The crazy part about what has you the best? The crazy part is how are you going to be the best player, and how are you going to accomplish that?
I'm gonna say just sticking to the plan.
Right,
The people I familiarize myself with, my circle,
right,
they all everybody got a plan for me. So
right,
just sticking to that plan and not getting away from what God has set for me, what my dad intends to do with me, my family, my coaches. Just not setting myself away from that. And I feel like that's what's going to get me to the next level. So just sticking to the plan and keep working.
right. What's your next visit that you plan to take?
Um, probably Louisville. Um, I've been talking to them, but other than that, nothing has been set to date.
What about UNC?
UNC. I mean, I love UNC. That's been one of my favorite programs since a kid. Also their guards. I mean, who doesn't love Carolina Blue? So, um, yeah, I've been pretty excited to hear from them. Actually, this past summer, assistant coach Lebo, um,
Hmm.
and he's supposed to be getting out to see me sometime soon. But I just feel honored and motivated to be recruited by them. But I know I got to push myself to the next level to still reach their level of standard of play.
Kansas.
Kansas. Obviously Kansas, one of the most winningest programs in NCAA college basketball. I love their program. Pretty far into the Midwest, but it's definitely a place I would consider going. They've also been recruiting me. I have a assistant coach contact.
Miami. What about Miami stands out?
Miami. I mean, last year they were very underratedly good in the ACC. They had a guard get drafted. I forgot his name, but he was definitely tough. And just watching him succeed in that ACC conference last year, it gives me a little bit more confidence in their program and how they develop their guards.
Okay. So St. John's.
Shoot, St. John's, that's the hometown rep in New York City. So um, obviously I've been paying a close attention to them for a long time. Shamari Pong,
Mm-hmm.
Kadari Richmond,
Right.
some of those guys, and honestly, they've been holding their own in the Big East with tough teams like UConn, Marquette, Providence. They've definitely been holding their own. So they've also been recruiting me. So I'm definitely paying a little attention to their program.
Providence.
Providence, shoot, they've also had a guard get drafted. Sacramento. So they were a tough team to miss the tournament last year. Um, but just seeing the success they also had with Big East. I don't know if they beat UConn last year, but I think they might have. But it was a competitive game, and I'm also keeping in touch with head coach from over there as well.
Right. Georgia.
Georgia, Georgia hasn't really reached out to me. I don't know much about their program other than that they're in the SEC. And one of my dudes, Jabri Abdur Rahim, who's now at Providence. Actually, he went there, and
Right.
he started to pick it up before he transferred, and he's right now one of the best shooters in the country. So, seeing how
Right.
they seeing how they can develop players into like tough shooters and ultimately a national known player. It talking about them now gives me a little bit of confidence in their program as well.
Okay. So Providence, you got Rutgers, you got so many schools out here that love a guard like you. So what do you think Stanford?
Stanford, Stanford is high level academics. They just transferred into the ACC, so I'm excited to see what they have in store for their guards. Another Blair alum, Jalen Blakes, just transferred there from Duke, and
Mm-hmm.
I speak with him. He loves the program. He's excited for what they have for him. So that just makes me even more excited to see what they can do for me as well.
Okay. So see no.
Sure, I've been talking to Coach Shaw for a while now. I think it's been like about 2-3 months. Coach Shaw, when he got the job, I mean, obviously it was big for him. Just coming off that St. Peter's, that little St. Peter's run that he had. He really wants to show me the plan that he has for me at Seton Hall, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to get up there and see what he's talking.
Right. So talking about a player like you, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
the crazy thing about schools, man, that love a guy like you, they just love a point guard like you. So the crazy part is my man. Like it's so many schools that want a guy like you. They really do, my man. Matter of fact, Kansas, you got Arkansas, you got Villanova. You got, matter of fact, let's do it like this, Derron. It's like let's talk about let's talk about Georgia Tech.
Yes, sir.
What do you like about Georgia Tech?
Georgia Tech last year they got a nice win over Duke, and
Right.
that. So I've definitely been keeping in mind in their program. I've been speaking to assistant coach, so I'm just trying to figure out their style of play and how they run their offense and how they're trying to get some wins on the board. So I don't really know much about the program. I'm pretty sure Stephon Marbury went there, so New York City legend. So that obviously gives me some confidence as well. And yeah, I just want to figure out a little bit more about the program. I don't really know much, so I can't say much on it.
Miami.
Like I said, they just had a guard go to the league.
Mm-hmm.
Liked how they ran their offense around him and how much success they had.
Right.
And, as they recruit me, I can't wait to figure out much more about them as well.
Okay. So you talk about so many Syracuse.
Syracuse has been a dream of mine for plenty of years. The dome, the color, their culture, their fan base, all of that is amazing. And I always loved how what's old coach name? I forgot his name. I'm blanking right now. Jim Boeheim. I always love how Jim Boeheim coached them.
Yep.
He always had a unique style of play with that 2-3. And Red is actually a close friend of my dad's, and me and Red have been speaking, and I just can't wait to also see what they can offer me, how much success they have this year and even next year when I'm a senior.
Mm-hmm. So now we talk about Miami, Syracuse, so many teams that want you, my guy. The thing about this is that the type of team, what makes you an NBA guard?
What's gonna make me an NBA guard?
Mm-hmm.
I would be able to. I'm gonna say, my IQ and my growing scoring level. Get into my spots, my floaters, my touch.
Right.
And a lot of dudes don't know my 3-pointer and my shooting is gonna be something that's least expected. Been working on that a lot.
Okay. So, my guy, what makes you matter of fact, you have been the best guard to me. The crazy part about that is that you are the best guard. Me and your pop been talking about that. You are the best guard. To me, my guy, you are about the top 10 guard. Matter of fact, not even the guard. Regardless of class, you are the perfect guard. The perfect guard.
Thank you.
I mean, my guy, what do you model what NBA guard do you model your game after?
I said De'Aaron Fox. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's what I model my game after. His fast style of play and him being in the passing lane. His athleticism. I see a lot of similarities, and seeing him succeed in the NBA. That's how I also want to be.
Right. And the crazy part about that is that you are the best guard that I consider the type of guard that I will make that. So it's crazy. Matter of fact, Derron, it's been great talking to you. And we've been trying to make this the comfortable position to the point where you are the best type of guard. Matter of fact, let's do it like this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it just like this. I'm gonna do it just like this, my man. Do it just like this. Let's talk about Jason Crow. Let's talk about Brandon McCoy. Let's talk about Elijah Williams. Let's talk about what makes you the type of guard that want to play with those guys.
Shoot, those guys, they all have their special abilities. Jason Crow, his shot making and his shot creation is incredible. Is one of a kind. That's also my guy. All those guys you just named, those are all close friends. So,
Right.
being a player like mine and just seeing myself playing with some of those dudes, I feel like I'm a very unselfish point guard. I know we all have gifts, but just speaking on their gifts, like their shooting and their athleticism, I can create that for them. And also, when the defense is adjusting to them, I'm also a threat on the side of that. So just like envisioning all of us as teammates, that's something I can see how we will bond and stuff like that.
What makes Blair Academy the type of school that you want to play for? Like, what makes Blair Academy your school?
What
I
makes
mean, what,
my school?
yeah, what makes Blair Academy the type of school that stands out
Uh,
for you?
the culture for sure. The culture here is like no other. I mean, shoot, Coach Mantegna, he knows the game. He's coaching the Olympics, South Sudan. You see, they almost got that one over Team USA. So he understands the game, and I feel like that's something he's passed down on to me. And that can be seen in my IQ and in my leadership. And so
Right.
just Blair being able to educate people, just have a culture that's like no other, unselfishness, one for your brother, what you want for yourself. Just having a system like that, along with the knowledge and the greatness of Coach Mantegna, I feel like that's what separates school and that's what makes Blair mine.
Okay. All right. My man. All right. We out. With my guy. We out. All right.
Peace
Matter of
out.
fact, we are at the type of team that you are. This is my type of stuff here. So, matter of fact, we are not only out. This is my guy. Tell your pops. I said, "What's up with it?" Matter of fact. You know what? I gotta. Who is this? Matter of fact, let's do this right here. We're gonna make this happen right here. Man, I'm gonna get your sister. Who is it? Matter of fact, who is your sister?
Derron Rippey.
Matter of fact, that's what I'm talking about. A matter of fact, I'm gonna get on this show.
Bet.
That's what we're gonna do for your sister. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm
Sure.
talking about. We out. High level sports. This is your host with the most right here, man. This is Leader Johnson. We do this here. We out. Tell Derron, I'm out of here. 1, 2, 3. We out. Yo, listen, you know what I'm saying? This is high level sports talk, baby. This is crazy right here. We had Lavar, we had Derron. This is what we do here. We do this, baby. All the time. Matter of fact, we got Lavar Keys. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be right at the same point with this. We gonna be right here. We gonna be right here. This how hardcore sports net. I told Mitch. What I tell Mitch when we did this right here? I said we gonna have the best players of all time here, man. The crazy part is they don't even know what we gonna do with this here. Crazy right here. Matter of fact, I was going to have, yo, what's up? What's up, Nay? Tell them about your twin. And we are out. We out of here. Shit, man. Matter of fact, we are so out of here like swimwear. We are out of here like swimwear, man. Yo, matter of fact, why they have my doggone outro out of here? Matter of fact, stop out of here. Where my outro video at? Yo, what?